Hi friends, a very warm welcome to our channel. I'm Chanda Mama and this is your Chanda Mama bringing you a story, Sadhu and Lilavati, a story retold from the Skanda Purana published by Adarsh Chitra Katha. So let's move towards the introduction before we move towards the story. The Skanda Purana has several anecdotes which extol the glory of the worship of God in different aspects of his manifestations. Lord Satyanarayana or Vishnu, who is veritably truth incarnate, appears in the story as the supreme godhood, by whose grace countless bounties are at the beck and call of his devotees. It may, however, be pointed out that the curses of the Lord are, really speaking, the workings of the law of nature, which is relentless in the administration of justice. In short, when Satya or truth is forgotten, success is far beyond the reach of any created being. It is said that sage Narada once happened to visit Lord Vishnu in Vaikuntha. Being pleased, the Lord initiated him into the vrata of Lord Satyanarayana as the repository of all powers. Thus, it is that the story Sadhu and Lilavati has come down to us in the present age known as Kali Yuga by the sage's compassion and for suffering the humanity. So let's move towards the story. So let's go towards the story, the Sadhu and Lilavati. King Alkamukha and his virtuous wife led a life of truth and self-restraint. Every day they used to visit a temple and please the Brahmanas with generous gifts. Unfortunately, they had no children, and one day, O king, invoke the grace of Lord Satyanarayana. Perform his vrata on an auspicious day. You are sure to be blessed with offsprings who will continue your lineage, said the learned Brahmanas. The royal couple took the advice of the learned Brahmanas and performed the sacred vrata of Lord Satyanarayana on the banks of river Bhadrasila. Just about the same time, a rich merchant was sailing in his boat and happened to witness the grand performance of the vrata. I am fortunate indeed to have sold all the merchandise I brought with me. But what is this I see before me? And if it isn't our pious king, Alkamukha and his queen seated in their devotional mood. I've never seen anything like that before. I shall find out. Having anchored his boat, the merchant approached the king with the great humanity. Dear sir, we are performing Sri Satyanarayana Vrata in order to beget children. O noble king, my name is Sadhu and I trade in merchandise. Please tell me all about the holy Vrata that you are conducting. O Lord, I too am childless, so I will also perform the Vrata and have the pleasure of progeny. O Sadhu, Lord Satyanarayana is an incarnation of truth, and there is nothing that he would not grant to his devotees. Now, listen carefully and I shall explain the procedure, said the king. When merchant Sadhu returned home, he told his wife everything about his meeting with the king. O beloved Lilavati, how much you long for a child. At last, we have got a way of fulfilling our dream by our devotion to Lord Satyanarayana. I have also heard about the greatness of the Lord's unabounded mercy and love for his devotees. My heart tells me that our desire is certainly going to be fulfilled. In that case, I hereby vow to perform the Lord's Vrata the moment a child is born to us. The Lord granted their wish, and in due course Lilavati gave birth to a daughter. My lord, how she, how sweet she looks, said Lilavati. Let's call her Kalavati, said Sadhu. Soon after that, Sadhu got so much engrossed with his daughter and his worldly affairs that he forgot all about his sacred vow. My lord, you have made a solemn promise to perform the Satyanarayana Vrata immediately after we were blessed with a child. Kalavati has grown up. Why have you not commenced the Vrata? Dear Lilavati, I am leaving for an urgent business trip. But you worry, for I shall fulfill my pledge at the time of Kalavati's marriage. Without giving much thought to the consequence of failing to abide by his words, Sadhu left the town in a hurry. As time went, Kalavati grew up into a beautiful young maiden. Sadhu employed a messenger. I would like you to find out a young man worthy of claiming my daughter's hand in marriage, said Sadhu to the messenger. The messenger replied, Master, I already know a virtuous and handsome young man. Sadhu told, Then don't lose any time. Please go and make proposal on my behalf. The messenger said, And please be rest assured that he is fit in every way to be an ideal bridegroom for your daughter. The messenger took leave of Sadhu and went to a town called Kanchananagar. The messenger said, Good sir, Sadhu, the merchant of Ratnapuri, has sent a proposal for the marriage of his beautiful daughter Kalavati to your son. The person replied, I am glad to hear of it. We shall accompany you to Ratnapuri and finalize the alliance. The prospective bridegroom and his father, escorted by the messenger, went to Sadhu, who greeted them cordially. I hope you will have no objection if your son stays with us after the marriage and learns family business, said Sadhu. The groom's father told, Not at all. I'll be only too happy to see him educated in the trade. In the excitement and the festivity of the marriage, Sadhu was completely oblivious of the presence of Lord Satyanarayana, who is the witness of all thoughts and actions. The man is weak and easily succumbs to greed. Only severe punishment will bring him to the path, said the Lord Satyanarayana. A few days later, Sadhu spoke to his son-in-law. If you wish, I would like you to start helping me in my business trip, which I am starting tomorrow. Anyway, you are the one who has to take up my business in due course. The son-in-law says, Most willingly, sir, I'll come with you tomorrow. And the next day they sailed towards Ratnasampura, where they did business on the shores of the sea. We have sold all the goods that we have brought with us. I am happy you brought me along, said the son-in-law. This is a very good idea. I would like to take something nice for Kalavati. We shall now visit the city and buy gifts for our people at home, said Sadhu. Thus, both the merchants entered the city ruled by Chandraketu. O Sadhu, for the purification of your mind, I have willed that you suffer the pangs of sorrow and separation from your wife and undergo a great hardship, said Lord Satyanarayana. That very evening, a number of thieves entered into the royal treasury and stole money and valuables. The guards have spotted us. Let's throw away the booty and make our good escape, said the thieves. So the thieves dropped the money bags near Sadhu and escaped before he had a chance to recover from his shock. There they are with the booty. Surround them. Don't give them a chance to escape. So, you're very smart. Why didn't you try to escape now, you scoundrels? Said the guards. What are you talking about? Why on earth are you surrounding us like this? Said Sadhu. Oh, I see. You're cleverer than I expected. Just explain how you came in possession of these bags from the royal treasury. So this is the way the city treats her guests, said Sadhu's son-in-law. Please believe us, we are innocent merchants. Some people threw these bags here and ran away. This is a nice story. A king will be delighted to meet brainy thieves like you, said the guards. The chief of the guards then ordered his men to chain the merchants who were brought into the court of Chandraketu. Victory to you, O Lord, the thieves have been nabbed with the entire loot. Good, they'll be tried and duly punished, said the king. King Chandraketu listened to the version of the guards and Sadhu, and then I pronounce these two merchants guilty. Exemplary treatment shall be given to them. Imprison them for the rest of their lives and annex their entire property to the royal treasury. Later, in the prison cell, it all looks like a terrible nightmare to me. What will happen to us, father-in-law? Will we ever see our dear ones again? Courage, son-in-law. Let us pray to our gods. Only they can save us now. Although they prayed to many deities, the illusory power of Lord Satyanarayana prevented their supplications being heard. It seems like years since we have been put in this wretched cell. Even the gods have forsaken us. I am extremely worried about our family, said Sadhu. As apprehended by Sadhu, his wife and daughter too suffered untold miseries. Mother, look, the thieves taken away every valuable we had, said Lilavati. What can we do now? If only we had our menfolk around, we would have been safe. Acute poverty and mental agony made Lilavati ill. How are you feeling now, mother? I have brought some medicine for you. The cruel hands of destiny, thought Lilavati. Poor Lilavati. Mother, what has happened to my father and husband? How are we going to live now? Asked Lilavati. Several days later, when Lilavati recovered from her illness, what a fate, my daughter. I will also have to go out and try to get something. Mother, how long can we starve like this? I'll go out and beg for food. So they set out in different directions. Lilavati approached one house. Is it you, Lilavati? What has become of you? You look tired. Bad days have befallen us, my friend, said Lilavati. Do come inside and tell me everything while you refresh yourself, said Lilavati's friend. And Lilavati starts eating at her friend's place. Kalavati, on the other hand, met with disappointment. Get off my doorstep, you wretched creature. How dare you knock on my door, you beggar? Till she reached a Brahmin's house. Some great festivity is going on here. I'll wait and see what fate is in store for me. She listened to the story of Lord Satyanarayana and humbly offered prayers. So this is the sacred Satyanarayana Vrata growing on here. Here, my daughter, take this holy prasad of our Lord Satyanarayana. Kalavati returned home late in the night when her mother called her with great affection. My daughter, please come here and tell me about yourself. Yes, mother. Beloved daughter, where have you been till so late in the night? What is your heart's desire? Oh, mother, today was a very lucky day for me. I had the rare chance of participating in a Satyanarayana Vrata performed by a Brahmin in the city. The experience was very purifying and consoling for me. What happened, mother? What made you so thoughtful all of a sudden? Hearing Kalavati's participation in the Satyanarayana Vrata, Lilavati was stupendous. Whereupon Lilavati explained everything about the sadhu's lapses to conduct the sacred vrata. You reminded me of a great omission on our part towards Lord Satyanarayana, and that is the reason for all our misfortunes, said Lilavati to Kalavati. Father shouldn't have forgotten his promise, but can't we do something about this now, mother? Asked Kalavati. Yes, we shall try to please the Lord by performing his vrata ourselves. The all-merciful Lord is sure to relieve us of our sufferings, said Lilavati. Next day, Lilavati invited all her relatives and performed the vrata with great devotion. O Lord Satyanarayana, please accept our humble prayers. Forgive us all our faults. Protect my husband and son-in-law in all adversities and let them return home quickly and safely. Lord Satyanarayana was pleased by the deep and true devotion of the virtuous and simple woman. And the same night appeared before King Chandraketu in his dream. Listen, King Chandraketu, before daybreak you must release the two merchants whom you have imprisoned unjustly. Return all their wealth back to them, said King Satyanarayana. And if you don't obey my command, you lose everything you have, including your wife, children, and kingdom. Remember, the merchants must be freed before daybreak. And King Chandraketu wakes up from his dream. Glory to you, O Lord, your command shall be obeyed immediately, said the King Chandraketu, and wakes up of his bed. The king immediately called his court and explained the dream. Maybe it's just a dream. All the same, we cannot disagree or disregard the Lord's command. Bring the merchants to the court immediately. Shortly, Sadhu and his son-in-law stood before the king. It was a cruel play of destiny that you had to suffer like criminals. From now onwards, you need not entertain any fear on your mind, O good merchants. Remove their chains and give them new clothes to wear. Return all their properties and make rest of the stay comfortable as my honored guests, said the king Chandraketu. Thank you very much, O great king. You saved our lives. We shall never forget the act of kindness you have showered upon us. Forget about the past. My dear friends, go and sleep in peace. Let me know if you want anything in this city, said King Chandraketu. After showering lavish praise on the merchants, the king had their boat loaded with twice the amount he had taken from them. Your kindness has no limit. O Lord, we do not know how to express our thanks, said Sadhu. King Chandraketu said, Goodbye, O merchants. Accept these gifts as a token of my friendship. This city will always be happy to welcome you anytime, said King Chandraketu. At last, luck has favored us. How happy will our family be to see us back? Let's return home as soon as he can, said the son-in-law to Sadhu. Sure, son-in-law, but we'll also visit all the places of pilgrimage to ward off the bad luck, said Sadhu. The merchants went on a pilgrimage. On their way home, they rested near the seashore. Look, father-in-law, a sannyasi is coming towards us. We can definitely give him some alms if he is the deserving type, said son-in-law. The sannyasi was none other than Lord Satyanarayana in disguise. He had come to test Sadhu in his new turn of luck. Oh merchants, you seem to be tired after a long trip. What goods are you carrying in your boat? So you think we are tired and plan to steal our property? Said Sadhu. The merchants, in their pride, ridiculed the sannyasi. What a hope he entertains in his mind, thought son-in-law. Maharaj, you are supposed to be an ascetic. Why do you want to know the contents of the boat? Asked Sadhu. Do not misunderstand me, O merchants. I just wanted to know if I could be of any help to you, said Lord Satyanarayana. We do not need any help, said the son-in-law. Oh sannyasi, please do not bother about us, because the boat does not contain anything other than some old bags, old rags and dry leaves. Is it? May your words come true, said the sannyasi. The sannyasi left the spot and stood at a distance. Sadhu and his son-in-law started performing their daily ablutions. What is wrong with our boat? It looks light and is floating as if it is empty. Let's go and find out. Both the merchants rushed towards the boat. Jump inside the boat, son-in-law, and see first whether the money bags are safe. Yes, father-in-law. We are finished, father-in-law. There is nothing but rags and leaves in the bags. What? How could it happen? No one entered the boat. Sadhu lost consciousness for a while. When he came to his senses and started weeping bitterly. Alas, what is it to become of us now? Don't grieve like this, sir. The sannyasi's words have come true, said the son-in-law. The sannyasi has the power to work miracles. Look, he is standing near that tree. Let us surrender ourselves to him and beg for mercy. I think you are right. He is preparing to leave and there is hardly any time to waste now. We may even get our wealth back, said the son-in-law. Sadhu caught up with the sannyasi and prostrated before him. O Mahatma, out of ignorance I foolishly disrespected you. Please take pity on me and pardon my sin. Protect me and show the right path. Arise, O Sadhu, and listen to me, said the sannyasi. The sannyasi then showed his real form to Sadhu. It was due to your greed that you made false promises and got into all these troubles. Oh Lord, I have been very foolish, said Sadhu. I was too much deluded by the world to understand your true nature, said Sadhu. Even the great gods like Brahma and Indra cannot fully comprehend to your true self, and what to speak of an ignorant person like me. From now onwards, I will worship you. Be merciful to me, protect me, and give me all my wealth. So be it. Go home and lead a virtual life, said Lord Satyanarayana. Lord Satyanarayana, after granting the merchant's desire, disappeared. Look, sir, our boat has regained its level, said the son-in-law. Sadhu went inside the boat and found his money, bags safe and sound as before. By the Lord's favour, our desire has been fulfilled. Come aboard quickly and see for yourself. And the two merchants sailed homewards. At last, we have reached Ratnapuri, our hometown. Sir, I'll stay on board till you have carried all the necessary arrangements. When the boat was anchored, please go to the town and inform my family that we have arrived here at the dock. Certainly, sir. I'll carry your order without any delay, said the boatman. The messenger reached to the merchant's home. Good lady, I bring glad tidings. Your husband and son-in-law have arrived safely and are waiting at the dock. May God bless you and bringing this good news to me. Kalavati, where are you, my daughter? Mother, I am here in the prayer room. Kalavati, the gods have been kind to us. Your father and husband have arrived at last. Please wait. Mother, I'll go with you as to receive them as soon as I have finished my prayers. Then try to finish your prayers fast. They'll be tired after their long journey and we should not keep them waiting. After the prayers, both mother and daughter went to meet their husbands. But in their haste, Kalavati forgot to take the holy prasad. Kalavati's callousness incurred disfavor of Lord Satyanarayana, who drowned the boat together with the money and the merchant's son-in-law. How shall I answer my daughter about this disastrous miracle? Father, what has happened? Where is my husband? Asked Kalavati. The people assembled to the shore were struck with wonder and fear of this unnatural event. There was no wind and storm. And what a catastrophe, said the messengers. Poor girl, what a cruel fate. Even after arriving safely, her husband has been drowned along with the boat. What? My husband? Drowned? Aye. And Kalavati starts sobbing. Kalavati's grief was unconsolable. Since my husband is no longer alive, I shall take his sandals away with me and live alone. Lilavati seriously grieved looking at her daughter's condition. I must talk to my daughter. She is getting hysterical, said Lilavati. Oh, beloved daughter, do not give up hope. All this is the jugglery of Lord Satyanarayana. We shall offer our prayers to him immediately. Your mother is right, Kalavati. Only Lord Satyanarayana can save us from this calamity. It is the Lord's mercy that has seen us through difficult situations. I feel this disaster is His will. We must have offended Him in some way. He is the only solace and the refuge for us now, said Lilavati. I shall ask our friends to join our prayers to Lord Satyanarayana. The Sadhu requested all the men and women present to assemble together and express his sincere intention. O Lord Satyanarayana, we pray to you as the sole refuge of all living beings. Protect us and save us from this hour of trial. Suddenly, a heavenly voice was heard speaking. O beloved Sadhu, your mind has been purified by your devotion now. Your daughter did not take my prasad while coming here to see her husband. Let her go back and complete the vrata by taking the prasad, and everything will turn out to be all right, said the voice. On hearing the voice from the heaven, Kalavati went home and took the prasad, and returning to find her husband safe in the floating boat. The crowd rejoiced along with the family on their reunion. By the grace of Lord Satyanarayana, everything has ended well. Shall we now go back home, father? Asked Kalavati. Wait, my daughter. I would like to do a penance right now at this holy place where the Lord spoke to us all. True to his words, Sadhu performed the Satyanarayana Vrata there itself to the joy of all his relations. Thank you all, my good friends, for all your help. Now give us permission to leave. Farewell, Sadhu. Our good blesses or good wishes be with you. Sadhu again offered the prayers with the rare treasures reached his house along with his family members. Even if only the story of Satyanarayana Vrata is heard by a person who is not able to perform it, he will be freed from all sins by the grace of Lord. This is quite true. Lord Satyanarayana takes many forms to fulfill all the desires of his devotees, said Lilavati. During his life, Sadhu regularly performed the Satyanarayana Vrata on auspicious days and enjoyed all the happiness in the end he reached the abode of truth. So this was the story of the Satyanarayana Vrata and of the Sadhu and Lilavati, a story retold from the Skanda Purana. So friends, this was the story. So do like, share and subscribe to our channel and do comment on the story. Stay tuned for more updates. So take care of yourselves. Thank you. Bye bye. This is your Chanda Mama signing off. We'll be visiting you again with the new story in the next video. Thank you.